If you want to move abroad as a teacher, this video is for you because I'm going to cover how you can move to New Zealand as a teacher. And for students who want to start their career as a teacher, I'm going to cover which are the different courses that you should be opting so that you can get a direct PR. If this topic is of any use to you, make sure you keep watching the video till the end. And I'm not doing this video alone. I've invited Victor from Victor Immigration, where he's going to share the whole roadmap for anyone who wants to be a teacher and wants to move to New Zealand with a minimum cost. So make sure you keep watching the video till the end. But before that, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Sarika and welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy. If you want to study abroad in any of the listed country, my team can help you free of cost. You have to fill the form which is provided in the video description and they will reach out to you soon.
Are you tired of hearing that there are no jobs in the UK? I've got exciting news for you. Just today, I spotted 168,772 jobs and vacancies advertised on read.co.uk alone. And guess what? There are even more opportunities on other platforms. If you're struggling to kickstart your UK job journey, join me in my UK Masterclass on 20th of July, 12 noon UK time. In this session, I'll cover everything you need to know, like different visa categories for settling down in the UK, which most of the people don't know. Number 2, a curated list of jobs that require lower salaries for visa sponsorship. Number 3, high demand career paths. Number 4, secret job sites for visa sponsorship. Number 5, mind-blowing AI tool to customize your cover letter and CV. And number 6, and the last one, interview preparation tips. Simply comment webinar and I'll send you a direct link to your DM. See you soon.
So without any further delay, let me introduce you guys to Victor. Hi Victor, welcome once again to Your Knowledge Buddy. And if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself again to my audience, please?
Thank you very much, Sarika. This is Victor from New Zealand, bringing more than a decade of experience in education counseling and immigration consultation. So today we're gonna help people to understand about the education and PR pathways in New Zealand.
Yes, so today's topic is how can a teacher move to New Zealand? You know, I do get questions from people who are already a teacher with experience in India. They want to move to New Zealand, or for people or students who want to start their career as a teacher. But before that, I'm going to ask you another question because I already read about it. You know, there's a good news for teachers or early childhood teachers in New Zealand. Can you talk about it a little bit more so that my audience understand, Victor?
Definitely, Sarika. So today I'm going to give all the information, and I would like to tell my audience that whatever I'm going to give you, like whatever information I'm going to share with you, it's all available on the public domain. You can check all this information by going on www.immigration.govt.nz. And the PR pathway today, we're going to talk about simplified PR as well as a straight to residence. So if you click on this website, go into this website, you'll be able to see the information which we're going to discuss now. So Sarika, we have been also getting a lot of inquiries from teachers, those who are offshore, like overseas trained teachers, and they want to come to New Zealand. So what are the pathways, as well as since the declaration or announcement by the Immigration New Zealand that secondary school teachers have been added into the tier 1 roles for the straight to residence. So today we're gonna open it up and we're gonna unbox it and we're gonna explain what does that mean. And we are on the right track?
Yes, we are. So just very briefly, can you also explain the term straight to resident, which I understand, but I don't know if my audience does. If you don't mind, can you explain that, please?
Yes. So basically, straight to residence means that New Zealand is a country which is made by migrants. So straight to residence is an immigration policy in which New Zealand immigration has outlined and included some roles, and they have divided those roles, or I would say occupations, into 2 separate lists. So there is a tier 1 list and tier 2 list. So basically how it works is, if we have done some successful cases, so I'm going to just discuss those cases here so that viewers can directly relate themselves to those cases. So for example, one of the couple, those who came to New Zealand to study, they approached us and they asked us about that they're getting a job offer here in New Zealand and they're not sure if they are eligible for residency or not. So we introduced them straight to residence visa. And what happened in that scenario is the applicant had a bachelor bachelor's degree, and she was pursuing masters in New Zealand, but she got a job into the health sector in New Zealand, IT domain of the health sector, basically patient management and all that sort of area. And her package was pretty good. It was around $130,000 package, and we recommended them that you should apply for the straight to residence visa. And because her role was falling into tier 1, as well as she was meeting the wage threshold of tier 1 requirement, she got the PR within 3 weeks.
Okay.
That's correct. So straight to residence is a very, very fast forward way of getting the residency in New Zealand. And if you are falling into tier 1 role and you're meeting the wage threshold, you can get PR pretty quickly. So now I'm going to discuss and come back to the same topic of teachers. Why today we are making this video? Because secondary school teachers have been added into the tier 1 role. And what does that mean basically? So in New Zealand, if you are offshore trained teacher and you apply for the teacher registration with the council in New Zealand, and you get the teacher registration successfully, and if you get a job in New Zealand, you don't have to come here and study. You can come here directly, and the only criteria is you should be getting paid median wage rate. So the median wage rate currently it's $31.61. And for a teacher, it is pretty much achievable. It's not a very big mountain to climb. So $31.61 for a teacher, secondary school, that's pretty feasible. So if you are internationally trained, offshore trained teacher, if you get a job offer in New Zealand with the teacher registration, if you meet the health criteria and you are of a good character, if you have a clear police clearance, you can directly apply for the permanent residency under the straight to residence category.
Oh, so does it mean like from India, they got this job through the different job sites, and then they're also registered in the New Zealand, which is the website they should be using to register their teaching qualification?
So they can just simply Google Teaching Council of New Zealand. And they will be able to reach there. And on that website, they can look for offshore trained or internationally trained teachers.
Nice.
And they can see all the criteria outlined there. It's a similar sort of thing as Sarika, you know, that we like countries like UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, USA. We need teachers, we need health workers to come from offshore and work in our countries. And so they have a pathway for internationally trained teachers as well, so that they can come here, bring their knowledge, bring their teaching skills, and be a part of the teaching profession.
Okay, so Victor, again, just want to clarify. You're saying someone get a job, and because this is in their green list now, so instead of applying for a visa, they apply for this straight to residence, which is a direct PR, permanent residence, and they move to New Zealand.
Definitely. Again, Sarika, it's not a very easy option for anyone. Definitely, you have to be skillful. You have to face the interviews. You have to clear it. You have to get the teacher registration. But nothing comes easy. Getting a residency in any of developed countries is not something which is given on a platter. Definitely, there's hard work involved. And we have seen from our experience, a lot of confident people, they do manage to make their path. And another second option, which I'm going to discuss now, is a lot of students or a lot of applicants approach us and they say that they have applied for the jobs and they're not getting the click, they're not getting the bite, they're not getting the job interviews, being sitting offshore. Then there is a really good program I'm going to talk about, which is Graduate Diploma in Teaching. So there are 3 areas which they can target. If someone wants to come and do ECE, which is early childhood education, then that's one pathway. Second pathway is primary education, and third pathway is Graduate Diploma in Teaching, specialization in secondary teaching. All of these programs, they lead towards a teacher registration, and they can help them to achieve their dream of settling in New Zealand.
Oh, and do they also get a post-study work permit after doing a diploma?
Definitely, Sarika, because these programs are listed in the green list of New Zealand. So definitely they can lead towards the permanent residency as well as post-study work visas.
I'm surprised how different it is to UK. You see, in UK, if you come to do a diploma course, doesn't matter whether it is in green list or demand list or not, you don't get a post-study work permit. And what I heard from you, all the 3 courses which you mentioned now, even though it's a diploma, you still get post-study work permit because it is in their green list. How many years or months of post-study work permit will people get?
So post-study work visa is related to the duration of the program in this scenario, is particular scenario. So if I talk about, I'll give an example, graduate diploma in early childhood education. If it is a 3-trimester program, 3 trimester means around 15 months. So if students they're studying here for 15 months, they're going to get the 15 months of post-study work visa. So it's equivalent to the duration of the program. And there is another news for the people, those who are already a bachelor degree holders in education, or they have a proven track record in like any country, and they have been teaching, they have been a part of this amazing profession already. So they can come here and do masters of teaching, and that can also give them the similar outcomes. So master of teaching will give them 3 years of post-study work visa, and that can definitely help them to achieve their dream of becoming a teacher in New Zealand.
So you discuss about two pathways for two different people. One set of people who already got experience sitting in India or any part of the world. If you have teaching experience, you can start applying for the job, and also make sure you are registered in the teaching council, which Victor talked about. Second path is for students or anyone who want to start their career as a teacher in New Zealand. You can take the 3 diploma courses that you talked about and 1 master course, and then once you start working there, you are eligible for straight to residence. Is my understanding correct?
Absolutely, Sarika. I would like to mention and clarify these programs a bit further. So graduate diploma in New Zealand is sort of a bridging qualification. Say, for example, somebody has no experience or no teaching background, and they have done a Bachelor of Commerce or a Bachelor of Hospitality in any country, and they want to come to New Zealand and they want to make an entry in the domain of teaching, in the profession of teaching, then they can choose this bridging program, which is graduate diploma in teaching, and they can choose this career. I'll give you an example from a real life example would make a lot of sense to people. Say, for example, if a lady who has done a Bachelor of IT and she's been working in the IT industry, but after that, then she decided to go the family way and give birth to maybe 1 or 2 children, and was involved in taking care of the children, and took a break from the career for maybe say 3, 4, 5 years. And now she's returning to the workforce, and she decides that, okay, I'm passionate about early childhood because I've been involved in the development and in the upbringing of my own kids. And now I want to explore education industry. I want to go into the teaching side of the things because IT is more stressful, more long hours, and very you have to continuously upgrade yourself. But whereas teaching is not as competitive or challenging, and you can have a work-life balance. And she decides to move into the teaching industry. So with the IT background, a lot of people believe that they cannot get into teaching because they have not done a Bachelor of Education. So I would like to mention here, these graduate diploma programs are perfect match for those candidates. They can come here, do a graduate diploma, and get a teacher registration and become a part of this noble profession.
Okay, good. Thank you, Victor, for adding that. So, Victor, do you have any idea how much will the course cost us, in terms of if it's a master's or it's a diploma that you're talking about? Can you just give us a rough estimate of the cost?
I'd like to mention here is the fee structure for, we have different options here. Again, New Zealand offers 3 tiers of education or 3 levels of education, starting at the first level, which is PTEs, private training establishments. Their students can get this course done for around $32,000 to $34,000. And then there are some government polytechnics, which are called Te Pukenga. So these government polytechnics will cost around $38,000, $38,000. And then there are some reputed universities in New Zealand, those are offering this program at around $41,000 to $42,000. So these are the 3 levels of education available for our audience.
Okay, good. Thank you. Another question which I'm thinking now, again, based on your experience and what you see, do you see that there's a good chance for people, say with 5 to 10 years of experience into teaching, do you think the New Zealand employers, they will still hire people from abroad? What are the chances, you think?
Sarika, to be honest with you, in New Zealand, we don't have much choice because New Zealand lose a lot of skilled teachers to Australia because, as I mentioned previously, the New Zealand citizens can move to Australia and they get better pay and they get cheaper housing over there, and the cost of living is pretty low as compared to New Zealand over there. So New Zealand is always having we always have scarcity. We always have vacancy for the internationally trained teachers. So just to make the sense out of this, definitely if somebody is having experience offshore, if they have good English, they can demonstrate the right skills, they have people skills, they are a team player, and and they can show that they can share their knowledge, definitely there are opportunities available for them.
Okay, so you believe it's a good chance. So guys, whoever is watching my video, and if you're a teacher with good experience, you still have a good chance in New Zealand, go and give a try. And for people who want to start their career as a teacher, all the courses which Victor mentioned now you can study. So Victor, just last question before we wrap this video. Can you just name few job sites that people should be using to find a job, irrespective of they are in India or in their country, or they are in New Zealand themselves?
Definitely. So the number one site of New Zealand for the job hunting is www.seek.co.nz. You can find a lot of job opportunities here, and that's the true picture of the availability of or the demand of the different skills. So you can go to this website, register yourself, set alerts, and you will get automatically, like Naukri.com, you will start getting email alerts of the job opportunities as and when they are posted. And the second, which is very popular site here, is Trade Me Jobs. So you can look at www.trademe.co.nz, and you can go into the job section of Trade Me and you can look for opportunities. And Trade Me can be answered to a lot of questions about settling down in New Zealand. If you are looking for a second-hand car, if you're looking for flatmate options, if you're looking to rent a property, if you want to buy a property. So Trade Me could be a one-stop shop for the applicants and for the audience. The third would be the global site, which is Indeed. So a lot of people they can look for employment in www.indeed.co.nz, as well as there is a job site which is My Job Space. So that's also can be helpful for the candidates, and they can keep an eye on the Facebook Marketplace as well. A lot of employers, when they're looking for employees, they sometimes go on Marketplace or Facebook and they put their requirements of the applicants. So that's also another way of finding job opportunities.
Good. I'm amazed by the Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if I have seen anything from UK employer doing that, but good to know. Thank you very much, Victor. Thank you for coming and sharing all the knowledge. And I hope this video and session with you is useful for all my audience who wants to be a teacher or who are applying for a teacher's job in New Zealand. And hope to see you soon then.
Thank you very much, Sarika. It's always a pleasure to be here. And thanks to the audience for watching us. Thank you.
Thank you.